For a mobile app development project, it's very important when you're going in for cold pitches that you pick the right decision maker. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a bunch of time talking to the wrong people and getting passed from person to person. So how do you find the right decision maker, right? How do you know what job titles to go after that are going to help your application actually get sold through? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. There are 3 questions to ask yourself when trying to think through who the decision maker could be, and we'll get through them one by one. So number 1 is think about the past projects you've done with this type of company. Who is on the deciding team? Now, if you're following our strategy that we talked about in basically like all of these newer videos on how to choose and how to niche down, you're going after a type of company that you've worked with before. You have a case study in their industry that you're wanting to leverage, and the decision maker should be similar to the decision maker in that last project, right? If the project manager is the one who closed the deal with you, got it all through, talk to the project manager. If it's marketing, go with marketing. If it's tech, go with tech. That is the easiest way, right? Clone what you've done in the past to help influence what's going on in the future. So if you don't have that type of project, or they don't have that person, or you don't think that person's a good fit, then you go with question number 2. Number 2 is, what team will this project impact the most? And this one's a thought exercise, right? What team inside these type of companies will be most likely to buy? And you can get very specific. We were cold calling recently a media company, huge media company, and we were looking for marketing. And basically inside of this company, they make a bunch of feature films. There was film marketing, there was like marketing with trailers, there was the company that was in charge of finding the CGI and like the animation vendors, and all of those were listed under marketing. Part of this is going to be doing industry specific research. ZoomInfo is a really good tool for it, and trying to find the titles in there. The other part of it's going to be guess and check, right? Identify who you think is going to be the right decision maker, call them, and if you're getting passed to somebody else pretty often, then you know that that other person that you're being passed to is the decision maker. So for instance, for this film company, if we're calling film marketing and we're always getting passed to trailers, or we're always getting passed to social media, we know that those people are a better fit. And then the final question to ask is for multiple decision maker projects. And I'm not talking about projects where it's like marketing and IT are the two affected, right? Because marketing is really the one that's affected. I'm talking about real multiple decision maker projects where you're maybe touching sales and marketing and IT and like basically everyone in the company. The trick with these is to look for all-powerful teams within companies. The title that I found that best fits this all-powerful team is customer experience. But really any of those like of the moment titles within companies will touch everything. So like a customer experience team will touch marketing, sales, IT. Basically, they're in charge of everything the customer experiences. So if you had an app to sell to any of these companies that have a customer experience team, that would almost always be the right fit because they are connected to everyone inside the company. The other thing to look at are independent consultants with a lot of power. If there's some consultant that's brought in and maybe you have a strategic partnership with that consultant, that's going to be a lot easier for you to sell through. So that's the thought process, how you go about finding the decision maker. If you have any more questions about how to do it or want to see more step-by-step, feel free to leave a comment below. Like this video to encourage this type of content on YouTube. Subscribe for more B2B sales training. And if you need marketing support for your digital agency, check out experiment27.com. Thanks.